We welcome to the show a very special guest, a hypnotherapist. Colin Christopher joins us right now, along with Joy, one of our members of our sales force on the set as well. We'll explain why she's here in a second. But first of all, welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Give us a little background about yourself.
Well, basically, I've been a hypnotherapist now for 18 years. I've been seeing clients and helping them with all kinds of different things.
Can you tell us what that means? Because a lot of people hear of a hypnotist, but what's a hypnotherapist?
Well, a hypnotist, obviously, like on a stage show or something, they get a bunch of people up on stage, which I do as well, and hypnotize them and do a lot of fun stuff. But a hypnotherapist, we get people in the chair sort of one-on-one and help them get over bad habits like quitting smoking, losing weight. Athletes, I help them improve athletic performance, and then we can do like hypnobirthing, where we help people like women get over their morning sickness and pain for childbirth.
How did you get into doing this? Is what I want to know.
It's interesting. I had a teacher that used to hypnotize us in drama class. So we used to do that, and she wasn't in school one day, and so I did the whole class, and that's how it all began for me. And then I, pursued training, and I went to some world-class places, and here I am.
It sounds nice enough, but how are you able to do this? How is someone able to come in? You're talking to them, and they're able to get over, say, morning sickness or something like that?
Well, similar to like what we're going to do with Joy. I'm going to show you some stuff where we're going to hypnotize her and get her to do a few different things, but it's a similar principle, like where we program their subconscious mind to react in a different way. So they're thinking about something in one particular way, and it causes a specific reaction, and I change that thinking. So it's like being in a movie where you see something scary, and suddenly you get the goosebumps and everything like that, but in real life, nothing physically dangerous is happening to you.
How long of a process is this to get this to work?
That really depends on the person. There's low, mid, and highly hypnotizable people. It just depends on what level they're at, and you can't tell what they are until you actually hypnotize them. Some people take 3 to 10 minutes to get hypnotized. Other people can take 10 minutes to an hour to multiple sessions before they actually become receptive to it.
Now, you've taken your talent and you put them pen to paper. You have a couple of books, and we want to make sure we talk about your latest one here.
Yeah, actually, my latest one is called Manipulate the Date. So it's designed based on helping people have better dates. Like there's this prevailing hookup culture that seems to be coming out now, and the book is more designed to if you want to hook up, that's one thing. You want to shack up, that's another thing. But if you want to have a real relationship, you want to build a great foundation, build a skyscraper relationship, and that's what the book is designed to help you to do.
So do I need to hypnotize my date so they know it's like, this is for the long term?
There isn't hypnotizing the own date, but you do go through your own stuff and prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, so that you are prepared to put your best foot forward and communicate well with the person and emotionally connect.
Now you're going to kind of show us exactly what you're talking about a little bit here with Joy this morning. Is it dangerous at all when you're messing? Messing's the wrong word, but just kind of tricking the brain a little bit?
No, provided you take the necessary steps and do it correctly, it's quite safe.
Okay.
All right. So what was the process you took Joy through this morning?
So what we did, we went into the conference room, and I just had her sit down on an uncomfortable chair and just went through some deep breathing and relaxation exercises to calm her down and to put her brain in the proper state. Like there is a specific brainwave state for people who are hypnotized, and we just put her there, and it takes for her it took about 5 minutes. She has been hypnotized once before, a long time ago, and it's sort of like riding a bike. Once you've been hypnotized once, you can do it over and over again, and it gets easier and faster.
And Joy, how do you feel right now?
Very relaxed.
So
I'm on TV and I don't care.
She's normal Joy, just in more of a relaxed state at this point.
That's correct. Yeah, you can actually kind of look at her eyes, and they have a little bit of that glazed over look that happens it's very common. It's almost like they look a little bit drunk. And that's very common for hypnosis, because the blood flow increases to the extremities and the eyes, and so that it makes them look a little bit.
Now she's in a state now. What would she be able to do right now?
Well, you want me to show you?
Yes, please.
Go. Joy, I want you to stay sitting in your chair nice and comfortable. Deep breath in. And just sleep deeper down in your chair now, relaxing deeper and deeper. The deeper you go, the better you feel, the deeper into relaxation you go. Now, on the count of 3, you're going to be wide awake. When you wake up, you don't believe to be true that you're on a hot Caribbean beach. The sun's going to be beating down on you, completely opposite to the weather we have outside today with the storm going on. But you're on this hot Caribbean beach. You're going to be very warm. You're going to start fanning yourself to cool yourself off. 1, feeling the sun beating down on you now. 2, becoming warmer and warmer and warmer. And 3, sitting on that hot Caribbean beach now. It's getting warmer and warmer. Yeah, you can see start fanning yourself. It's strange though, because the faster you fan, the hotter you get, and the hotter you get, the faster you fan. Now fan faster, faster. Yeah, get that scarf off. It's almost a little bit too hot for you. It's getting warmer and warmer and warmer. In fact, you need to cool off now though. How are you going to do that? You know what? In front of you is cool ocean water. So just imagine your feet, imagine your entire body floating in that cool ocean water. It's getting cooler and cooler. Now, as it gets cooler and cooler, you realize that water is frozen solid beneath you now. It's frozen solid, and you're getting colder and colder and colder. You're beginning to shiver and shake. It's getting colder. You can feel the wind blowing. Getting colder and colder and colder, and as it gets colder, you're shivering. Yeah, warm yourself up, rub your arms faster, and try to warm yourself up. Now, on the count of 3, you can be wide awake, and your body temperature will regulate itself back to normal, and you'll feel comfortable in your chair. 1, 2, and 3, regulated body temperature back to normal now. So you'd notice, like, it's almost like she started sweating a little bit more when it got hotter. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but she does feel. Tell us a little bit how it felt.
I feel very hot.
Yeah.
Did you start sweating, Joy, or not?
I'm perspiring.
You pitting out a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what do you remember about what just happened in the last few moments?
It's actually, you remember things, but it's just, he controls everything. You remember.
Do you hear and kind of visualize what he's saying?
I visualize very well, and I do hear his voice.
Now, when he said your feet were in water and it was
they
very,
felt like ice.
I was going to say, did you feel ice?
Yes.
Ice cold.
My feet start getting cold.
Really? So that's the power of the mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the same way, like with her, like changing body temperature, that kind of stuff, like the book explains how to help somebody, improve their self-confidence and prepare themselves mentally so they can change how they're reacting and be better on a date.
Really?
I was going to say, so what's the benefit of doing something like that? I know you're just kind of taking us through a procedure to show how it works, but what's the benefit of doing something like that?
Well, the benefit of doing something like that, as I said, like if you're in a therapy chair and you want to break a bad habit, you can, like you have for a smoker, they have this big urge to have a cigarette. So instead of having that urge to have the cigarette, you can give them the urge to breathe clean air or do something physical, healthy, enjoy, any other activity.
And how long does that take to kick into gear? If you hypnotize somebody, you say they want to stop smoking, how long of a procedure would it take from when you talk to them?
It depends upon the hypnotizability level. Typically for most smokers, for example, it usually takes 2 or 3 sessions. I've gone all the way up to 10. It just depends on the person. I can't answer because I'm not in the mind of the person until I'm actually starting to do the hypnotherapy.
And how long would something like that last? Like in the moment, you went through different body temperatures with her, but would that stick if that was something you were trying to get
typically,
her into?
like if you see a stage show, like this is a stage technique we just did, that typically lasts for about a day, or unless I remove it, which I'm going to do after the break. But it'll last usually a day, and usually once somebody sleeps it off, they're fine the next day.
Wow. And did you ever, you said you do some sessions occasionally, you do some appearances. Do you have you had any around here lately or not?
No, I'm just on the book tour here right now and promoting the book and going to meeting some wonderful people and going to some great places.
All right, so speaking of the book, here it is again.
People want to check out the book. Where do they need to go?
You can check it out at manipulatethe.com, or you can find it on Amazon for sure.
And the first 25 pages, if you want to take a peek at the first 25 pages, go to the website and you give them the ability to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. They can just download it and check it out.
What it's like. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Drive safely. I know you're heading down south, which is not necessarily the smartest place to be heading, but
you'd think it'd be warm down south, but not today.
Hypnotize yourself to stay on the road.
I will. You bet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Joy.
Thanks.